Good morning. Is anybody in there yet? Welcome to Pilates. My name is Lana. This is my daughter Samantha. Just going to let you know ahead of time she's in a really good mood today. Energy levels high. Happiness is complete. Thank you for chiming in. Hey, I was come in a few minutes early this morning. Hey, Suzanne. Hey, Malcolm. I hope you're watching Suzanne. I chimed in a little early this morning. We've just got about another minute. We'll be doing Pilates for about 25 minutes and then about a 5-minute transition, and I'll be back online for standing yoga or just yoga, and then transition into 30 minutes after that, chair yoga. I hope you have a small set of weights, a mat. We'll begin by we'll begin seated. Oh, the sun comes out. Hello, sun. I'll ask you to go ahead and lay out on the ground or your mat. Oh, let me pull a little forward. Remember, Pilates is focusing on, well, it's strengthening the whole body, but particularly into the core, a band of muscles that starts around the navel and wraps all the way around the back like a girdle. It helps us with our posture, with gait, with our carriage, with most all things we do. Overall, just a sense of well-being. Let me have you ease on out. We'll start laid out. Anchor into the heels, arms overhead. Go ahead and point those toes. Anchor that navel, the back sides of the hips, and the coccyx bone down to the floor. Bring these hands right over the shoulders. You've anchored into the heels. Your feet are pointed. Take the arms back overhead. Inhale, open. Now full range of motion. Exhale, lower all the way down alongside the hips. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, back down alongside the body. Inhale, over. Move with your breath. Exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale, over and down alongside the body. One more time. Stack the hands over the shoulders. Open wide across the chest and back where you started from. Open. Exhale, close. Open. Exhale, close. Open. Exhale, close, and hold right here, going into the neck flexors. Anchor into the shoulder blades, those back shoulders. Draw the navel down. Inhale, exhale. Lift the head off well, I was going to say lift the head off the shoulders, but that would only probably come in handy for Halloween. So I meant off the floor and lower down. Keep those arms right where they're at. We're wanting rigid arms. Inhale, exhale. Draw the navel down. Lift the head. Lower down. Twice more, maybe 3. Release. Lift. Hold here. Really anchoring into the low back, the heels. Lift those arms a little higher, or the shoulders if you can. Always keeping the chin off the chest, at least 2 inches. And easy down. Here we go. Arms overhead. Let the arms drift down around you and draw the knee into the chest. One knee into the chest and roll that ankle out. Change direction. Quiet that movement. Switch legs. Roll that ankle out. Change direction when you're ready. And extend the leg, extend the arms overhead, let the arms sweep down as you draw the low back in and you draw both legs into the chest. In Inhale and exhale. I want you to lift the head, draw the navel down, and really, really, really reach forward with that chin leading and the navel drawing down. The chin is off the chest, remember. We're going to put the feet down, open the hands over the head as we lay the head down. Tap those feet, draw the knees in. Same thing, repeat. Inhale, open. Tap those feet down. Inhale, open. Exhale, ball it up. Hold, hold, drawing the navel down. Now we're going to consider stacking or tapping these heels a little further forward, extended. Inhale, open. Heel tap. Legs are still bent. Exhale, close it up. Inhale, open. Extended heel tap. Those knees are together. The ankles are together. Draw the navel down when you ball up. Inhale, open. Heel tap. Inhale, open. Heel tap and hold the hands right over the head, kind of hovering off the ground. The head might be lifted, it might not. This time the arms are going to come down and around, in. Extended heel tap, the hands come and arms come long overhead, round down. Inhale, open. Inhale, open, extend those heels, ball it up, keep the movement. 2 more. Last one. Extend the legs, hands overhead, lay the head down. Big, open, release. Breathe. So you have options. Notice that we are building. You might have not come out into that extended heel tap. I want you to change the arm work if you didn't. That can add to the workload. So you have options. Let these hands sweep down and around. We're going to go for our most advanced. Draw the knees in. The head if you want to. Remember, you don't have to. You can lay it down at any time if these neck flexors get tired. We're going to go for a full extension where the heels are just hovering about 4, maybe 6 inches above the ground. The inner arms will stay in alignment with those ears. And here we go. Inhale, open. Sweep these arms down and around. Ball it up. Inhale. Nice controlled movement. Inhale, open. 2 more. Last one. Ball it up. Lay the head down. Extend the legs. Arms are out at a nice T. We'll also add one more advance to that. It's more like a pike. Instead of this nice open, long, hovering legs. And remember that if you're in the bent leg and a tap, that is fine. 1 or 2 more breaths here. We're going to ball it up once again. And this time the arms don't come as far back. You're going to keep a nice open V. And then draw it in. That's going to be the movement. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. A few more. And hold. Hold. Draw the knees in, lay the head down. Good job. Put those feet down. Knees are up. Lay these arms open at a nice T. Let the knees fall to one side or the other. I'm going to drop mine over. Nice controlled movement. Keep that navel drawn back. Also, the opposite anchor shoulder wants to be, or should be, down on the mat. Little spinal twist here. Draw the navel back and then the knees back to center. Let the knees fall to the other side and keep that anchor shoulder down. Beautiful day. I'm glad you're all still working out, getting the blood going. And draw these knees back to center. Good. We're going to let these hands sweep down and around. Draw one knee in. And switch. Nice soft tap. Anchor that low back. Toe taps here. Bring the head off the ground if you can or if you're ready. We're going to extend this tap a little further out. Heel tap, switch, heel tap, switch. Legs are softly bent. You've got options. You know where we're going from here, I think. You might have guessed. We'll go into a full extended leg in just a moment. Heel tap, and hold center. Draw both knees in. Now that'll be your movement, okay? If you want to stay there, please do. If not, we're going to extend that leg up to the ceiling and the opposite leg all the way out to the bottom. Let's go ahead and give it a nice gentle pull. Hamstring stretch. And switch. And switch. Keep those feet pointed, okay? Leave the head on the ground if you need to. Nice, slow, controlled change. Now we're going to flex that foot and lower down. Flex the other foot, lower down. Flex. Let's keep both feet flexed. That might be a little easier. Switch. 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 Now point these toes. Double it up. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. That's the move. Slow and control. Hold. We're going to flex these feet and easy now. When you flex, you are going to feel the reaction of the legs. Soft bend in the legs, or keep them bent if you need to. Last time this side. Last one. Both legs up, head down, arms out at a T. Breathe. Bend these legs into tabletop or a nice 90 degree. These knees are over the hips. Go ahead and you can open them somewhat if you would like. Keep these feet pointed and the knees stacked on top of the hips. Arms are out at a T, or you can turn them down to a low A-frame to give you more support. Okay, we're going to go into some gentle toe taps. You just tap right out of this hip joint and then you draw back. Using the strength from the core, toe tap and draw back. Now, I don't want you doing this. Okay, begin. Extend it a little bit and draw back. Extend, draw back. You stop right there at the hip alignment. Tap, draw back. Tap, draw back. Tap, draw back. Tap, draw back. One more time, hold. Now we're going to extend out a little further with this tap and the heels will tap. Tap, draw back. Tap, draw back. Tap, draw back. Yeah, that's the movement, okay? And you don't want to draw to the hip, to the chest. You want to stack right on top of the hips. 2 more. Last one. Hold here. Draw the knees in. Give yourself a nice big hug. And you can move gently side to side. quiet that movement. Let's move into these hip circles. So you're guiding these knees and these hips around in a circle to one direction. Give yourself about 3 or 4 nice rotations. Hold and change direction. You're massaging that low back into the mat. And last time. Good. Draw and keep the hands on the front of the knees or the hamstrings. I want you to give yourself a nice controlled roll up. Look down the front of the body first. Roll up and extend those legs forward. Stack the spine. Reach these arms all. We're hinging from this hip joint. The shins are in front of those toes. The arms are hovering parallel over the mat. Anchor into those low hips or those sit bones and stack the spine. Again, hinge and stack. Hinge and stack. You want to keep that head and neck in alignment. That's why I'm cueing your gaze, okay? And stack. We're just dropping the arms to halfway. Draw the navel back. Melt into the ground from that lowest vertebra. Melt, draw the navel back. Rounded C curl all the way back. Lowering that spine. Reaching overhead. Give yourself a roll up. Nice control roll up. And hinge. Draw back. We'll take 3 more of these. In through the nose with your inhale and exhale through the mouth. Hold your hinge. Breathe, really reach long. Reach as long as you can with those fingertips. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stack the spine and lower the arms. I'm going to grab my weights. They're a little further away from me than I'd like. So we're going to reset here. Grab water if you need to. And your weights, if they're not as close as mine, or they're further away like mine were as well. We'll grab a sip of my water, you guys. All right, Sam. She was up a lot last night with her little puppy. A lot of us know how that is. Whether it's a puppy or a human baby. They can keep you up through the night. We're going to keep our weights on each side of us. One on each side. Inhale these arms all the way back up to the top and out to halfway. And we want to roll back down like we did before. Slow, nice, and control. Yeah, those arms could have went overhead to finish it nicer, Samantha. Good job. Walk those feet back towards you. Alright, so the weights are optional. Turn these palms down to the ground at that low A-frame outside of those hips. Draw that whole core and low back into the ground. These feet are nicely planted and the weight of the body is going to be anchored into those feet. The hands by pressing into the mat, activating the underarm or the tricep, the back of the arms. And the weight of the body when we lift up into bridge will be distributed into these points and across the shoulders, okay? Low and all the way across that low shoulder area, never, never, never in the neck, okay? You'll want your gaze straight up and not looking left or right. Inhale deeply, exhale. Draw that tuck of the pelvis, press into the feet, the hands, and anchor into those shoulders, the low shoulders, all the way across and lift those hips. Nice low diagonal bridge here and melt back down from that high or that middle shoulder area, low middle shoulder area where the spine is, and one vertebra at a time. Melts back into the mat. Anchor in. Exhale, lift with that front pelvis bone. The knees do not fall in or open. Let them stay in a nice alignment right there with those hips. And go ahead and squeeze into the glute, activating this powerhouse of the body, the core, the glutes, the ham, the quad. Lower down and lift. Squeeze, hold the lift, nice, powerful hold, and lower down. Now that's what you will do if you don't want to incorporate the weights. If you feel you're strong enough and your balance is good enough today, you know, every day our energy levels are different depending on how much sleep we got, maybe even what we had eaten or what we didn't eat. You can grab these weights if you feel secure with your balance and your strength, and place them just a little, softly, in nothing more than 5 pounds or 5 or less. And I want you to find your balance, place the weights right there, not exactly on the hip hinge area, just maybe a little further right under it, if that makes sense to you, and lift. Draw the navel down and lower. Lift. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift and hold. Nice diagonal here. We're going to take some pulse raises, okay? So lift, just lower to where you came from, not all the way down to the ground. Okay, lift, lower, lift, a little 4-inch drop, lift, lower, 4, lower, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hold the lift. Lift your highest, squeeze the glutes, and lower down. Nice work, everyone. Put those weights off to the side. One knee in at a time, and draw those knees in. Feel that low back release. Extend both legs all the way to the top. Reach behind the hamstring or the calf. Draw those legs in towards the chest. Hamstring release right here. Bring those legs back to stacked, to center, and arms out wide. Breathe. Hold here. Take those hands behind the head. A nice support. Lay the head down if you want to. And remember to draw the navel down. We're going to flex these feet, lower about 1/4 of the way down, point, lift back to stack. Flex, 1/4 down, point, lift right above the knees, the hips. And last time, breathe, lay the head down. Quick reset right here. Bring just the upper body up. The upper body lifts. We're going to lower down halfway. Point, stack. Lower down halfway. The footwork stays the same. Flex, point, lift. Flex, halfway down, point, lift, flex. Now, if you only need to come 1/4 of the way down, like you were doing, please do. 2 more. Last one. Ooh. All right, we're going to take 4, lowering down as far as you can. Lower and lift. Lower, making sure your low back doesn't come off the ground. Notice the modification. The hands extend helps. And lower down, lift, lower down, and release. Release that head. Walk these feet back towards you. Grab hold to those weights, hoping they're still there. Elbows are in. Weights are in the hands. Bend these legs to that nice 90 degree and bring these arms up as well, okay? Now these knees are stacked stacked over the hips. You're only going to bend at the elbow. Remember, the weights are always optional. Anchor your low back. The arm work looks like this as the feet are toe tap and then come back to center. Okay, you don't draw the knees back into the chest. You just stack them over the hips and begin. Bend the elbows. The weights come down towards the ears or the outsides of the head. Drop, stack. Drop, stack. Hi, Nola. Drop, stack. One more time. Drop, stack. Okay, you can keep your legs bent or you can extend them. All right, we're going to do 4. I want you to lower the legs all the way down. Turn the palms into your knees. So your palms are facing your knees this time. The arm work changes as well. Get the bells together of the weights. You're going to lay down those legs. The hands come overhead. And exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 2 more. Lift. Turn the palms into each other. Bend those legs, put the feet down, lower the elbows. Put those weights off to the side. These arms are going to be hovering at a low A-frame. Or not hovering, but planted for support. Okay, draw the knees in. We're going to give ourselves a nice little boomerang kind of roll up. How does that? You press into the hands and into the arms for your support. You, with a little momentum, can lower the legs forward, then draw the knees in and lift. We'll try that again. So you want to move fluidly, melt back into the ground, place those hands down, draw the knees in, lift into that nice pike, and hinge deeply this time. You've got modifications here. One more. Breathe, anchor into those hips. Stack the spine, arms overhead. Place the hands on one side of you. Feet back towards the other side. And you're in tabletop. Tabletop position, curl the toes under in the back. Hands are under shoulders. Navel is going to come up. Costin, readjust Costin. It's a skort, by the way. We're going to press into the hands and anchor into those toes and just lift the knees off the ground for a nice hover, okay? Now lower down. So you can hover or you can extend these legs. Go ahead and extend the legs if you can, and you want to drop into that hip at a nice controlled drop. You move through the feet rotate, other side, and back up. Let's go again. Nice drop, you just hover. The hip doesn't have to touch. One more time each side. Back to top, lower the knees. Sink back into child's pose. We're going to add on to that. Breathe. Come on back up into tabletop. High plank. I want you to open up just a little bit. That leg through, step out, sink, and draw back. Thread the leg through, sink, lift, draw back. Downward facing dog. That's going to be the movement, you guys. Try to thread that leg. If not, just keep those hip drops or those hip dips. Back into high plank. You're going to thread through and dip, lift, reset, dip, lift, downward facing dog. Back into high plank. Thread that foot through again. Here we go. Thread, dip, downward facing dog here in the center. High plank, thread through, hip, lift. High plank, downward facing dog. Keep moving, dip. One more time each side. Last time, downward facing dog. Shift forward, knees down, and child's pose. Take those hips back toward those heels. Down. Breathe. You can draw those hands down towards the feet. The forehead is down. Let the shoulders round forward. That should feel really nice. Inhale and exhale. Place those hands on the outsides of those heads. Bring your gaze up. Be careful coming up to top. Slowly moving. Inhale deeply. Exhale, lower down. You can roll those shoulders back and forward. Take another breath and lower down. Thank you for joining me today with Pilates. Sam and I had a great time. I'm glad you are working out and getting out of the house. I want to remind you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We knocked off that last word video at the end. It is Fit Family Workouts. Fit Family Workouts on YouTube. Click subscribe and the bell button. You can enjoy the videos at any time and you'll have easy access. Just pull them up. There they are. Y'all be safe. Thank you for being here. There's going to be about a 5-minute break. I'll be offline and then I'll come back up for yoga.